Assalamu alaikum. How are you people? Are you fine? Okay, so uh, let's start today's lecture, which is on the topic how and how much colonization done by European. Okay, so let's start with proper mapping. Okay, so let me draw a map. This is a narrow gap, and this is okay, so it will become perfect one with regular practice. Okay, this is North America, this is South America. Okay, this was colonized, this area was colonized by UK, this area was colonized by France, and the rest of the area was colonized by Spain. Sorry, this was colonized by France and this was colonized by Spain. Okay, 2, 1, and 3. Sure. Okay. Now we will discuss the how much colonization was done by UK. This is our main concern is only with the UK. This is not our topic because this isn't in CSS PMS syllabus. Okay, so as I told you earlier in the second lecture that how Columbus go toward the American continent to colonize for the first time, like what were the reasons of colonization. So let's start with let me draw a map again. Okay, so you will understand properly. This is America and this is Europe. Okay, this is Isthmus of Panama. I hope you will know about the isthmus. You know about the isthmus. What is isthmus? Isthmus is basically the narrow path, the narrow piece of land, the narrow piece of land which separate water body, two water bodies. Like this is a water body and this is also a water body, Atlantic and Pacific. Okay, this was separated by a narrow piece of land which is called isthmus. And if two land is separated by a water body, a narrow water body, it is called strait. सो व्हाट इज स्ट्रेट? स्ट्रेट इज बेसिकली जब दो ज़मीन के टुकड़े को किसी वाटर बॉडी ने सेपरेट किया हो तो उसको हम स्ट्रेट कहते हैं. लेकिन अगर किसी ज़मीन के टुकड़े ने दो वाटर बॉडीज़ को सेपरेट किया हो तो उसको हम क्या कहते हैं? एस्तेमस कहते हैं. इसलिए इसको एस्तेमस कहते हैं. सही है. नाउ Columbus in 1490, Columbus have got three ships. Number first one is Penta, Nana, and Santa Maria. These were the three ships of Columbus. सही है. And he goes toward American continent. He goes toward American continent. For what purpose? That what I discussed earlier in the second lecture. For the purpose to create a new way toward the Asia, toward the Asian continent. Okay. So for the first time he goes toward for the first time in 1490 he goes toward the toward the American continent, and he was quite confused when he reached here in the Central America. For the first time, he reached Central America, and this is very important. He never he never uh, uh, never discovered द मेनलैंड. वो कभी भी मेनलैंड पे नहीं गया था, सही है. ये एक इम्पॉर्टेंट बात है, सही है. तो कोलंबस गया किधर पे, सेंट्रल अमेरिका पे. एंड ही वॉज कन्फ्यूज अबाउट द एवरी थिंग दैट दिस इज़ नॉट वट आई वॉन्ट टू discover like the way, and he go back toward Europe. For the second time, he again in 1493, he again take his ships and go toward on his way. And again he was confused. For the third time he also confused. Say okay. Now, and for fourth time when he go back to Europe, and finally in 1506 he died. Who? Columbus died. And one thing important, he didn't know that he discovered America in his life. सही है, उसे अपनी ज़िंदगी में ये पता नहीं था कि इसने अमेरिका को डिस्कवर किया था. नाउ he had another person, Amerigo Vespucci. This was the another person with Columbus. सही है. And after Columbus, he decided, he declared that the world map is not that what we think. Like, this is not just Europe. This is another land body over there in the back of the sea, which he had in his map. Okay. And after him, another cartographer, German cartographer named Semüller, who draw world map world map. And for the first time he gave the name America from the name of अमेरिगो को इज्जत देने के लिए सिमिलर ने क्या एक अमेरिकन कार्टोग्राफर था, उसने मैप ड्रॉ किया और उसने अमेरिगो को रिस्पेक्ट देने के लिए अमेरिका का नाम दिया. सही है. तो यहाँ तक क्लियर है ना कि मतलब हाउ किस तरह गया था कोलंबस. सही है. नाउ वी विल लर्न अबाउट नाउ हाउ. Our main topic is how colonization was done by UK. सही है. नाउ हिस्ट्री में ये है कि कॉलोनाइजेशन जो यूके की कॉलोनाइजेशन, अमेरिकन कॉलोनाइजेशन थी बाय यूके, इट वाज स्टार्टेड in 1585, which is so late. This was a question in CSS US history paper, that why UK was so late in colonizing America. Okay, so there were two reasons. One is internal, which we have discussed earlier in the third lecture, the reasons of American colonization. All those reasons are responsible for the late colonization. And the second word is there was war between France and UK. So this was another reason for late colonization. Okay. Now in 1585, a person, Walter really take charter, water lily take a charter from Elizabeth I and go toward America. And there he established a colony, first colony of America, which we called Rono colony, and today's we called इसको आजकल हम कहते हैं कैरोलाइना, नॉर्थ कैरोलाइना जो है, इसको पहले रोनो कॉलोनी कहते थे, सही है। तो रोनो कॉलोनी इसने क्या की, इस्टेब्लिश की, सही है। नाउ नाउ रोनो कॉलोनी वाज द फर्स्ट कॉलोनी ऑफ यूके, एंड इसका जो गवर्नर था उनका नाम था जॉन वाइट। जॉन वाइट वाज द गवर्नर ऑफ रोनो कॉलोनी, एंड in 18 in 1580 80 1580 1580, I think it was 1587, 1587। जब इधर पे खुराक ख़त्म हो गई लोगों के पास, तो वो चला गया कहाँ, टूवर्ड यूरोप, टू ब्रिंग सम फूड फॉर देयर पीपल। ओके, सो जब वो यूरोप यूरोप चला गया, एंड देयर ही स्ट्रक इन द वॉर। यूरोप में वार चल रही थी, तो उस उधर पे रोक गया, सही है, फॉर 3 years। ही कैन नॉट कम फॉर 3 years। तो इस तरह हुआ कि व्हेन ही केम बैक, सो ही फाउंड जस्ट बोन्स ऑफ देयर पीपल। Okay, and history also write that these peoples were killed by Native Americans, because they were rebellion, like आप किसी के घर में जाते हैं तो वो आपको मारेगा ना, एब्वियसली। तो कुछ हिस्ट्री ये भी लिखती है, सही है, कि इनको अमेरिकन ने क्या किया था, मारा था। एंड दैट्स वाई इट इज़ कॉल्ड द लॉस्ट कॉलोनी एज वेल इन हिस्ट्री। The lost colony in history. It is famous as the lost colony in history of the United States of America. Okay, so this was the first colony which was established by Sir Walter Raleigh, and its governor was John White. It can be asked in MCQs as well. Okay, so we remember their names. Now, when European people gets know about this lost of the people, so they were they were fearful to go toward America, and in 19 and sorry in 15 in 15 in 16 sorry in 1604, Elizabeth, Queen Elizabeth I was died, and James one became a king। ओके, तो जब ये किंग बनता है, तो जेम्स क्या करता है, ही गिव अ चार्टर टू द लंदन कंपनी टू एस्टेब्लिश कॉलोनी इन अमेरिका। ओके, एंड दे bring and it send 500 peoples toward America to and colonize to and for colony toward America for colonies, ताकि वो लोग कॉलोनी बनाए उधर पे, सही है। तो जब ये इन लोगों को सेंड करते हैं, ओके, सो दे like these people create a colony called in a town called Jamestown with king name, like king का नाम जेम्स था, तो इसने जेम्स टाउन रखा, सही। एंड आफ्टर this colony was called famous as Virginia। Why it is famous, why it is called Virginia? Because Elizabethan was virgin, like he was unmarried, so that's why with her respect it was called Virginia. Okay, hence it is called that Virginia is the second colony. First colony कौन सी थी? रोनो कॉलोनी, जिसको कैरोलिना कैरोलिना कहते हैं. सेकंड वाज वर्जीनिया. नाउ इस तरह था कि विंटर में बहुत सारे लोग मर गए खुराक से, इधर पे भी वर्जीनिया में भी, बट दे स्टार्ट टोबैको. टोबैको उसने उगाना शुरू कर दिया, and it was quite beneficial for those people because it was the crop. सही है, कैश क्रॉप. तो इट वाज बेनिफिशियल. तो इसने सरवाइव स्टार्ट किया इन लोगों ने. सही है, थोड़ा बहुत. अच्छा, अभी इस तरह हुआ कि इन यूरोप some intellect people, like some enlightened people think that we are not Catholic and nor Protestant. We are not Catholic and nor Protestant. सही है, and we don't live in UK. हमें यूके में नहीं रहना है. सही है, because there were like that what I told you earlier, that there were religious persecutions. Okay, so they were like they were tired of all those activities in the UK. सही है, and they a company in UK called Plymouth, Plymouth, a country in UK called Plymouth. There were a company in Europe called Plymouth, and it had it had charter of colonization from government. Okay, so these people take the charter from the Plymouth company and go toward the America in their ship. Okay, so they take their ship and go toward America. Their ship name was Mayflower. Mayflower. Okay, and in their way they did a compact. Okay, which is called Mayflower compact. इन लोगों ने, जितने भी लोग शिप में थे, तो उन्होंने एक कंपैक्ट किया एक दूसरे के साथ, एक मतलब एक एग्रीमेंट किया एक दूसरे के साथ, जिसको हम कहते हैं मे फ्लावर एग्रीमेंट कंपैक्ट. ओके, इस कंपैक्ट में ये था, सारे लोग एनलाइटमेंट मतलब सारे लोग अच्छे लोग थे, अक्लमंद लोग थे. तो इन्होंने एक एग्रीमेंट किया. इस एग्रीमेंट के चंद पॉइंट्स मैं आपको बताने वाला हूँ. फर्स्ट पॉइंट ये था कि we will loyal we will loyal to king. Okay, like we will loyal to UK, to their motherland. देखे ना, इनलाइटमेंट लोग थे तो किस तरह मतलब अपनी मदरलैंड को कभी नहीं बोल रहे. सही है. नंबर सेकंड जो था, वी विल लॉयल टू गॉड even we are not Protestant and not Catholic. We will loyal to God even we are not Protestant, not Catholic. We have no religion. We don't have any religion, but we will loyal to God as well. Okay, this was the third number. This was the second one. Number third one ये था कि we will may we will create some laws, like we will live under rules and regulations. ओके, तो इन्होंने अपनी कुछ रूल्स एंड रेगुलेशन जो इन लोगों ने प्रिस्क्राइब की थी एक दूसरे से, वो हम फॉलो करेंगे. सही है. like for example, with these laws we will solve our domestic issues or cultural issues or any other issues which we will face in this colony. Okay, दिस वाज द थर्ड पॉइंट। नंबर फोर्थ पॉइंट जो था वो ये था कि नंबर फोर पॉइंट जो था वो था पैसिफिक पैसिफिक सेटलमेंट ऑफ डिस्प्यूट्स। लाइक जितनी भी लड़ाइयाँ हमारी होगी उसको हम एक लॉज एक कानून के थ्रू हम क्या करेंगे, सॉल्व करेंगे। सही है, दिस वाज द फोर्थ पॉइंट। एंड नंबर फिफ्थ पॉइंट जो था, ईच ऑफ अस ईच ऑफ अस विल वर्क फॉर कॉलोनी। हर कोई कॉलोनी के लिए काम करेगा, फॉर द बेटरमेंट और फॉर द एडवांसमेंट ऑफ कॉलोनी। सही है, तो दीज these were the salient feature of that compact, of that Mayflower compact. ओके, तो इसमें ये सब कुछ डिसाइड किया था। सही है, नाउ इस तरह था। फिर इसके बाद मतलब और भी कॉलोनाइजेशन, जितनी भी कॉलोनीज बनी, सही है, इस तरह का कॉलोनाइजेशन चल रहा था। सही है, अच्छा, फिर 1733 में जॉर्जिया जो कि लास्ट कॉलोनी थी वो भी इस्टेब्लिश हो गई। नाउ ये तो बाद की बातें हैं। अच्छा, नाउ इन 1623 फॉर द फर्स्ट टाइम दे ग्रो दियर क्रॉप्स। 1623 में इस इन लोग, ये तो मतलब मैंने पहले बताया था ना, लाइक लोग थे, तो इन्होंने क्रॉप उगाना शुरू कर दिया। और जब क्रॉप उगाना शुरू किया तो बाकी जो नेटिव अमेरिकन थे वो भी मतलब थोड़ा बहुत इनकी तरफ राग़िब हो गए कि मतलब वी कैन डू, we can do everything, like we if we have these people, these intellectual, these enlightened people, so we can do everything for the advancement of our country. And they were they were very happy. These people, these 500 peoples were very happy that that we can do everything, and they invite the native people as well. And this invitation, and they arrange a party which is called Thanksgiving party. ओके, सो इज इट क्लियर? यहाँ तक क्लियर है ना सबको? अच्छा, अभी नाउ वी हैव three types of colonies. Number first one is proprietary colony, which is established by individual. Okay, number second one is royal colony, which is established by the king. And number third one as the self-governing or corporate colony, which is established by companies, different companies, like as I told you that what sort of company that was? Plymouth company. So these were three types of colonies. Okay, so uh, before European, there were people called red Indians, which were called the native people of the native people. Okay, or the native people or red Indian, these were the different names of Americans. Okay, the native were in stone ages, like they didn't know how like they were not cultural, they were not civilized, or they were living in stone ages. Okay, and there were just three civilization at that time. Four civilization. Number first one is, okay, let's draw with map के साथ करते हैं, सही है? This is America. Here was civilization called Cherokee. There was civilization called Seminole, and it was Maya. Here was Maya in Central America, and here was Ancas in Peru. also in Central America, South America, and this was Aztec in South America as well. There were four sort of civilization at that time. Okay, and American nation is actually nation of immigrants, nation of immigrants, like all were we can say European, because there were 80% native being killed by European. 80% European was being were being killed by European, so that's why it is called nation of immigrant. Okay, and that's this is another, this is the reason that why we didn't that why we don't that why uh, we not study Native Americans in US history. This is the another reason. Okay, now इस तरह था मतलब थोड़ा सा अभी हम नेक्स्ट लेक्चर की तरफ जाने वाले हैं, थोड़ा सा बैकग्राउंड दे रहा हूँ सही। इस तरह था कि ये जो 13 कॉलोनीज थे ना, 13 कॉलोनीज, they claimed that we are loyal to the UK, we are loyal to UK or to the motherland, that we are loyal to motherland. ओके, तो फिर ऐसा क्या हुआ कि ये लोग आज़ादी लेने पर मजबूर हो गए? ऐसा क्या हो गया कि ये लोग आज़ादी लेने पर मजबूर हो गए? और आखिरकार in 1781 they won the war of independence, एंड ये लोग आज़ादी लेते हैं किससे? यूके से। सो ये जो रीज़न है इसके लिए आपने हमारा जो नेक्स्ट लेक्चर होगा उनके इन तक आपने इंतज़ार करना है। होप you you get each and every thing in this chapter. Okay, so thank you very much for watching my video, and thank you everyone to give me your precious time. Remember me in your special prayers, and I will also you. Thank you so much. Thank you.